Got a question from a viewer. What are the best qualities you want in a good self-defense attorney? And what is the process of having one in your back pocket when you need them? Here to help us answer that question is noted criminal defense attorney Tom Grieve. Thank you again for being here, Tom. And now, let's talk about the gun giveaway. We know you love hearing about that. So, got a gun giveaway going on right now. You can enter for free and it ends very soon. Just click the link in the description down below to reveal which brand new gun you could win. Okay, Tom, let's talk about what are the qualities that make a good criminal defense attorney. I always tell people don't use your tax attorney or your real estate attorney if you've ever fired your gun in self-defense. And how can people build that relationship with their attorney before? It said have them in the back pocket. I don't know that that's probably the right terminology, but you want to know who your attorney is going to be. And if you ever need an attorney, you want to be able to reach out to that attorney and start the ball rolling. But should we call once a month and just hey Tom, let's go have lunch and talk about things so that I know I'm on the right page with my attorney?
Please don't. No offense to all the folks out there, but and let me walk you through it. You want somebody who knows what they're doing. And you need to look through and figure out, because if you read anybody's website, they're the best thing since sliced bread. Mm-hmm. So how do you basically break through all of the marketing BS and
5-star reviews?
5-star review, right? Yeah, 5-star reviews. Here's a flavor as to how I always suggest folks to do it. Number one, you're trying to look for somebody, to your earlier point, where this isn't something that they do. This is probably everything that they do. Mm-hmm. Now, understand that this will vary from region to region and market to market. In other words, if you're in a more of a rural area, it's possible that you're blessed with an amazing attorney in that rural area. But it's equally likely that they probably do a bunch of different things just because they don't have the volume that someone in a larger urban metropolitan area where it allows them to focus. If they're really good, it allows them to focus in one particular area. But as a general rule, you're looking for somebody who is a little bit more focused. I can't use the word specialized because that's actually that S word. It comes with a lot of regulation for lawyers. Lawyers are in many states, lawyers weren't even allowed to market up until a couple decades ago. But at any rate, though, so very focused as far as what their practice is. You're looking for somebody who can answer your questions without having to say, yeah, let me get back to you on that, or they're deflecting. When you're talking to someone, and most people, you get the sense as to whether or not they are confronting what you're asking them, and they're doing so in a forthright, articulate manner or not. Mm-hmm. If they can't do it with you under a low-pressure environment of a casual phone call or a meet and greet, how do you think that's going to play with a judge, a jury, a prosecutor? Mm-hmm. It's not going to get better. Yeah, I'll tell you that. So if you are asking them some questions about self-defense law, concealed carry law, castle doctrine law, whatever the case may be, and if they're going, I don't know, if they don't know a ton about all those sorts of things, or at least if they can't answer your questions clearly and concisely, maybe they are great, but that's certainly another data point to suggest that I should keep looking.
Mm-hmm. And, I can use this time to interject that USCCA members can certainly get attorneys from the USCCA network, and that works. But people who might be watching this who are not USCCA members, you need an attorney if you're involved in a self-defense incident. And you have said it before, those self-defense incidents typically don't happen at 2:30 in the afternoon on a sunny Wednesday. I think that's your golf day. So that
Fridays.
Yeah.
Fridays.
Okay. So there is this opportunity that people should probably take to get to know an attorney. And in that case, should they just pay for an hour of time to come in and say, hi, my name's Joe. I carry a gun for self-defense. What should I do if I ever have to use it? And get that, the hour of advice from the attorney.
Yeah, so that's a perfect segue to number 3, is you're trying to find someone busy. Okay. Mm-hmm. If they've got all morning, so let's back up. Criminal defense attorneys, right? Mm-hmm. We are really busy on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Why?
After the weekend.
Because everybody makes their mistakes Thursday through Sunday, and then they're hiring attorneys Monday through Wednesday, right? That's pretty accurate.
Thursday
right?
starts the weekend.
Right. Thursday starts the weekend. That's right. Yeah. So Thursday is when we're trying to get our head back above water. So if you're talking to somebody who, you know what, they can just talk to you for 8 hours on a Monday, that probably tells you one of two things. A, they don't have clients, not a good sign.
Yeah.
Or B, they don't have anybody else calling them either.
Yeah.
Also not a good sign. Mm-hmm. There's an old expression I'm fond of. If you want something done, give it to someone who's busy.
Yeah.
Why? Those are the people who get things done. That's the reason why more and more things it's like a gravity well. More and more things keep flowing to them because they get things done. If you want something to not get done, give it to somebody who sits on their hands and has nothing to do, because you know what? You're going to find out why. Yeah. So you're trying to find an attorney who's busy, not necessarily too busy, obviously, but there's a medium to hit there. So, but that also means you have to be respectful of their time, right? Yeah. That means that you do want to make sure that you are allowing yourself to be fit into their schedule. Don't be the person who calls at 8 a.m. on Monday morning and calls back at 8:30 irate because they haven't gotten a return phone call. Mm-hmm. Yes, I have dealt with that person before. Don't be the person who calls at 4:59 on a Friday afternoon and then is irate and they're blowing up our inbox because they haven't gotten a call back by 6 p.m. All right. By the way, from the attorney end, these are big warning flags on clients because, and this is another good point to hit. Good attorneys need clients, but they don't need every client.
Very good.
Just as you're screening them, they are screening you, and they're saying to themselves something to the effect of, is this person nuts? Is this person going to take up all my time? Is this person going to be someone who is going to be sweating me and they're going to be totally unreasonable and they're just going to be a pain in the you-know-what to work with? Mm-hmm. Because a good attorney should have enough clients where they are trying to screen out the crazies. They're trying to screen out the people who are going to be bad clients. Good attorneys are looking for good clients, just like good clients are looking for good attorneys. So you want to identify yourself as a good client, someone who's going to be respectful of their time. That doesn't mean that you're not holding them accountable to get back to you in a reasonable fashion, maybe a day or two to get you some sort of touch. Mm-hmm. But also understand that the attorneys are going to be going through and triaging their phone calls. They're triaging their emails. And that client who's got rearrested or is in trouble, or that prosecutor who needs to get an answer on something, or a witness coming up for a trial, that ought to take priority over someone's calling in and they have some casual questions. So I absolutely do think it's a good idea to offer to take them out to lunch, to buy an hour of time, whatever the case may be, a combination of both. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But to do something like that, which signals to the attorney, I'm reasonable and I'm respectful and I'm willing to work around your calendar.
And if we're talking about being a good client, does doing things like, writing down your firearms and self-defense training and letting the attorney know that you are not a person who is going to go off the deep end, that you've thought about this and you're going to do the right thing, does that go a long way to making sure you have a good attorney-client relationship?
So we have a lot of people reach out to us. We're the largest criminal defense firm in the state. I'm a former state prosecutor. Other attorneys at our firm are as well. It is not unusual for us to encounter somebody who has their firearms training curriculum vitae, if you will, or their resume of, here's my classes, here's what I've taken, and every year I take another class. I try to take at least one concealed carry class per year. When I see someone who brings in a curriculum vitae like that tells me that they're serious, they're well organized. This has a lot of the fingerprints of being a good client and somebody that I want to work with. It's also going to say that they're serious about this and they're going to bring in their own questions to the forefront of, here's what I want to discuss. Here's some questions I have for you. And I know that while it may be a pleasant encounter, it may not be the easiest one. And that's great because it tells me that this person's taking this as seriously as they ought to.
Yeah. And people who you can kind of count on doing the right thing, they become better clients. It's easier to defend them if they know what they're supposed to be doing and they're doing the right thing. Doesn't mean they won't need your help, but it does mean that it becomes easier to defend them.
And I will add, without going into any further details, that if you're in the risk bracket of you've done all these trainings, you've got your firearms CV on hand, you're reaching out to attorneys, you're a member of an organization like the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. That probably just puts you in a lower risk category in the first place, not only because you're of the mindset of being vigilant, avoiding conflicts, not putting yourself in high-risk scenarios, but then you're further taking advantage of the training and the education that's going to continue to build on that. That being said, I have had to defend people in firearm cases who a couple years before reached out to me, just like what we're describing. Mm-hmm. So even though the chances may be low, they are not zero.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you again for your insight, Tom. Truly appreciate that. Folks, thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video. Quick reminder, we have that gun giveaway going on, so please click the link in the description to learn more. I'm Kevin Michalowski. If you enjoy guns, freedom, and everything about concealed carry, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. We'll see you in the next video. Stay safe.